Hola, mi nombre es Jumaya.
We have fine arts. The children are learning Spanish in kindergarten.
Hola, mi nombre es Natalie.
I wanted something that allowed more opportunity.
The charter schools give us a way to break out of the box, a way to encourage the students, to motivate them, to challenge them.
We first have to recognize that charter schools are public schools, that they're funded by the taxpayers and they're open to all public school students.
Charter schools do not charge tuition. They are open enrollment. They take all students who sign up. If they're oversubscribed, they do a lottery for enrollment to decide which students attend. So it's a very fair process, and they wind up with student populations that are similar to the populations of the traditional public schools.
I think all of us on both sides of the aisle realize that charter schools allowed us to go in a different direction and to use creativity in the way we educate.
It was wonderful to me that our first and most important priority was the quality of the charter schools that we would have in the state of Tennessee. I think I'm most impressed that we really achieved bipartisan support. Both Democrats and Republicans see the good that can come from charter schools in the state.
Charter schools are subject to the same accountability as traditional public schools. They're taking the same tests. We're measuring their results.
The state assessment is really key. I've had parents say, well, if they go to a charter school, they won't have to take the TCAP. Indeed, they do have to take the state assessment. We're held at the same level of accountability.
Our expectation is that charter schools will perform at a high level. That's part of the deal. They get more freedom and flexibility from rules and regulations, but they need to perform at a high level.
If there's schools that are not operating at that higher level, then those schools should be closed. We don't need more mediocre schools. We need in our charter schools to be those examples of excellence, and we need to hold our charter schools to a higher standard.
Sometimes we get criticized, well, public charter schools don't all work. Well, the good thing about them is that we have in our law an easy way to stop them. They go away. So unlike traditional public schools, if they're not doing well, guess what? They get a whole new group of students next year. Our public charter schools have to perform and perform well, or we close them.
As a charter school operator, we have a considerable amount of autonomy in exchange for greater accountability. We make the decisions about how we spend and allocate every dollar. We also have the autonomy to select our own curriculum and implement it in a way that meets our organizational goals.
We maximize every moment of the day. There's a 2-minute transition in between classes, and the scholars have a choice of reading a book of their choice or looking over their notes or homework as they transition. Students were able to read, just with that 2-minute transition throughout the year, 2 additional novels.
There's a dedication to excellence that's coupled with a real belief that you should be having fun every day in school, and fun should be driving academic achievement. And so, last week we were singing songs in social studies to learn the 50 states. And in any given week, there's something happening like that says that this is not just about drilling skills or building content knowledge. This is about building creativity and a real culture of excitement and joy around the school.
Overall, charter schools help us to have a diversity of ways that we educate our young people in the state.
Charter schools have the potential to create more models that are innovative and that get excellent results that can help inform the public discussion.
I think there is a desire for excellence in all public schools, but charter schools certainly help push that along.
The freedom that a charter allows is a very powerful thing because it allows us to serve the key stakeholders in all of this, which is our students.
The doors were open, and now, I had an option. I'm like, thank you, God, for this opportunity.